Hello and welcome to Santa Pod for the JapShow finale and the final round of the Competition Clutch front-wheel drive drag series. It's the 6th and final round, and we've got some new and returning competitors out for this meeting, with Richard Batty having seriously damaged his motor 2 rounds ago and now competing in his backup car. It's handed the title to Sam Bolton, who only has to sign on to take the overall win.
Well, yeah, we had the round that was rained off, Festival of Power. So we didn't get full points for that round. If we'd got full points for that round, it'd been very close. There's only 2 cars been out every round, that's me and Sam. And you get 200 extra bonus points for being out in every round, which is going to see Sam through, and he's going to take the championship. Well, it's all cat and mouse, and a guy's overtaking me now in the UK standings. He did an 8-7. So, yeah, everyone gets quicker towards the end of the year. If we'd have still been out, we'd have been hoping to get quicker, so next year.
And first time out in a year for Yasir Dar.
Had problems with the shafts breaking, the diff breaking, so kind of put me out on the few last times I was at the track. So that last time out I'd done a 9.4 and a few other 9-second passes, so it's getting there now.
So into the first of 3 scheduled qualifying sessions, and everyone looking for a place in this afternoon's 8-car elimination. And in addition to Yasir, the event also sees the return of Calvin Skerritt in the very quick Honda Civic. But first out is going to be Dan Frost. There's Dan Frost there in the right-hand lane, James Lord over in the left-hand lane. This is going to be very, very close. They want to put a good marker down, and I tell you what, Dan Frost getting away very, very nicely indeed. A bit of a squirm there mid-track, but looking very neat and tidy. Both of them heading up to the line, very, very close indeed. Remember, this is not a race, this is a qualification. A 10.89 there for Dan Frost and James Lord with a 10.92. This is Amy Bradley in that purple Honda Civic. She's also looking very consistent. Richard Batty in the left-hand lane in his road car. Amy looking for a very nice pass this time, and off she goes. It looks very nice indeed. Very, very clean, very, very clear. No real problems, no drama, so to speak of. Up to the line, crossing an 11.97, 114 miles an hour, and eventually Richard Batty crossing in a 16.77. Nice burnout there from Sam Bolton in the right-hand lane in that black Tigra. And in the left-hand lane, Mr. Andy Nichols. So, Sam, what's Sam doing? Sam's going up to the right-hand side, almost into the wall there. Sam Bolton heading back again, seems to have brought it back together, but that car is not looking good. Something has happened. Sam's squirming around there for unknown reasons. 11.33, 152, and 11.21 there for Andy Nichols. But this is Sam going across the paint there and heading towards the wall, which means he's going to be disqualified for crossing the red line. Next up then, Carl Goldsmith in the right-hand lane and Yasir Dar in the left-hand lane. Now Carl Goldsmith, a brand new entrant. Let's see what he can do. Big puff of smoke there. Tyres squealing as well, bogging down. I'm not sure what's happened there. But neither car looking all that quick, it has to be said. Both of them getting some experience maybe, not that either of them need it. And Carl Goldsmith, well, a 14.95 for him. Yasir Dar, a 16.35 and some problems maybe. So Calvin Skerritt then on his own, he's going to look good as he heads up there mid-track. Has he missed a gear? Maybe hitting that rev limiter, not sure, but he's hooking it back up again. Off he goes and up to the line, crossing it in a 10.12, 152 miles an hour. Incredible stuff, even with a little wobble half track. So back to the pits then, and a chance to check over the engines. Unbeknown to us, it's a very hairy ride for Amy Bradley in that last run.
Yeah, I come across the finish line and obviously I put on my brakes and I realised that I didn't have any brakes at all. So the next thing what I did was obviously put it into third, and the car just obviously over-revved, and there was flames absolutely everywhere and I didn't really know what to do. So I pressed my cut-off switch, turned the engine off, saw the marshals running, got a little bit scared, and then we've pulled it back into the pits and we found out what the problem was. What it was is the idle control screw had vibrated loose, if you like, so I was basically fighting against my engine. So my engine was on full boost and I was trying to brake, so my brakes was working, but my engine obviously won.
So as they check over the engine, it's time for round 2 of qualifying, and at the moment Sam Bolton is not qualified. Well, first up we have Andy Nichols in the right-hand lane and Carl Goldsmith in the left-hand lane. And off they go. Remember, Carl Goldsmith out for the first time this season, a brand new entrant. He's looking very good here. Where's this coming from? I tell you what, a 14-second pass earlier on. He's now crossed the line in an incredible 11.84, 118 miles an hour. Andy Nichols, none too shabby, a 10.53, 146 miles an hour. Here we got Dan Frost against James Lord. Both of them looking very good this weekend. Both of these two have been beating their personal best this weekend as well. And I tell you what, Dan Frost is looking very good up to the line. He crosses in a 10.52, 141 miles an hour. James Lord a 10.78, 142 as well. Amy Bradley is next then, and after that drama earlier on, what's she going to do? Is she going to take it easy? I suspect she will. I suspect she'll put the car through its paces. That looks like what she's doing. No huge drama. Up through the gears, nice and gently. Still looking pretty good though, but with no sign of Sam Bolton this time out. What did happen in that first qualifier?
To be honest, I don't really know. It hooked up and went sideways on the start line, and yeah, it shocked me a bit. I managed to pull it back, and we got to the end eventually. We just went across the finish line. It just stalled. The engine just died, and we're still trying to get to the bottom of why it has. To be honest, because we can't get to the bottom of this, we're just going to take a spare car out just to put a time in, just to get the round lose the points, and we'll end at that. We've had a good year.
Well, there seems to be a bit of friendly rivalry between Dan Frost and James Lord, often pairing up in qualifying.
He's been a bit quicker than me off the lights, a bit quicker reactions, and he's a faster car very slightly, but it does make me want to go quicker to beat him, because obviously we're friends, it's a bit competitive against each other.
Yeah, there is, but we're all out helping each other, trying to help each other improve. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all best mates, so we don't want to have a mega rivalry, but there is a little bit of joking and laughing aside.
Final session, and at the moment Sam Bolton is still not qualified for the eliminations. The next in line is Richard Batty, with that very slow for him at 16.77. Right now though, we've got Andy Nichols in the right hand lane and Carl Goldsmith in the left hand lane. Andy Nichols looking very good here as well, very nice indeed, up to the line, a 10.55, 148 miles an hour, but no time there for Goldsmith, who, well, he lit the red light, didn't he? Yasir Dar in the right-hand lane and Sam Bolton in the left-hand lane in a road car. He needs to beat that time of Richard Batty, that's 16.77 just to qualify. Is he going to do it? It's going to be tight, I tell you. And Yasir Dar, well, he looks to be having a few problems this weekend. Sam Bolton crossing the line then, 15.23. Yasir Dar, 16.29 at 81 miles an hour. Well, here's the qualifying list then. So that puts Sam in the field, and it's Richard Batty who sits out the eliminations, though the series has already been won by Sam and Jay. But a happy start in the class for Carl Goldsmith, who's having to learn to race heads up rather than the handicap bracket system that he's used to.
It's with a Pro Tree and a 0.4 Pro Tree at that, it's interesting. I cut a 0.2 earlier, which I was quite happy with, but I'm used to cutting a 0 light or a 0.1 light, and that's the only way I can be competitive. You know, I'm only running an 11-second car. Some of these guys have got 9, 8-second cars, so. But, you know, I'll see how it goes, and yeah, hopefully I'll do all right.
So here are the first round pairings. And it's straight into round one for eliminations, and no Richard Batty for the first time this year. We've got Kelvin Skerritt up first. He should be up against Yasir Dar, but unfortunately he's broken down, so that's a no-show for him. Well, will Kelvin Skerritt take it easy? All he knows is he's got to get up to the end there, or across the line, in fact, is all he's got to do. He's done that, and I tell you what, he's not looking bad at all. He's putting together a very nice pass, crossing the line at the end. Nice, 9.29, 139 miles an hour. Great stuff from Kelvin Skerritt. Strong burnout there from Andy Nichols, and an even stronger burnout there for Amy Bradley in the left-hand lane. Who's going to win this one? Amy off the line, very nicely indeed. But I tell you what, Andy Nichols, he's got the pace. He is flying down the strip there, heading up to the line. He's got this one made. He crosses the line at 10.50, 146 for the win. Amy Bradley at 12.39 at 101 miles an hour, so not great time for her. Dan Frost in the right-hand lane up against that road car belonging to Sam Bolton. Now he is already the champion. Dan Frost is looking very good this weekend. He goes up to the line. He crosses the line at 10.31 at 142 miles an hour. And Sam Bolton crossing the line 21 seconds. That is amazing stuff. James Lord there in the right-hand lane up against Carl Goldsmith in the left-hand lane. This could be very, very close indeed, judging by what's happened so far today. but James Lord is looking very, very strong indeed. Andy crosses the line, 10.74, 140 miles an hour for the win, and a 12.39, 117. Well, another personal best from Dan Frost by a huge amount, and he's not that far away from the 9-second zone now.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, over the winter, I'm going to upgrade quite a few things, make it faster.
Yeah, I'm in the semi-final, so we can only see what happens from here. Yeah, I mean, the last one of the season, so you're going to expect things to have broken by now. If you haven't broke it by now, you haven't been trying hard enough.
Well, it's semi-final time then. Dan Frost leads off, then he's up against Andy Nichols, who seems to be chomping at the bit this weekend. What's going to happen here is it's going to be very, very close indeed, almost too close to call. And I tell you what, there, Dan Frost is off to an absolute flyer, but it looks like Andy Nichols is pegging back as they get up to the line. They cross the line, and Andy Nichols has taken it, a 10.22, 150. Up against the 10.51 there from Dan Frost, an amazing race. We've got Kelvin Skerritt now in the right-hand lane up against James Lord in the left. This is going to be very, very hard for James Lord. Kelvin Skerritt off there, a bit slower than James, but I tell you what, Kelvin has got him straight away. Kelvin up to the line, and James Lord looking pretty good too, but Kelvin Skerritt, a 9.51 up against James Lord's 10.6. So as Calvin and Andy prepare for the final, there's just time for a quick look around some of the sights and sounds of the JapShow finale here at Santa Pod. Well, it's finals time. And this man, Calvin Skerritt, up against Andy Nichols, who's been looking pretty strong all day long. Who's going to lead this one? Your money's on Calvin, but Andy gets a jump on him. Calvin reels him back straight away, though, and seems to go ahead. Yes, he's pulled ahead very, very slightly on Andy, who's now pulling him back a bit more and crossed the line. A 9.23 for Calvin, a 9.99 for Andy Nichols. Andy Nichols has done it. His first ever 9-second pass. And let's see what happened. Well, Andy did get the jump on Calvin, who just reeled him back straight away. And, well, the slingshot past him. He took the lead. Andy was always chasing. A 9.23, fantastic from Calvin, but a 9.99 from Andy Nichols. That is absolutely remarkable. Cannot believe it. So here are the final points then for the year. Sam and Jay at the top, then Richard Batty in second, and a wonderful third place for Dan Frost. And now it's time for the all-important trophies.
Well, Andy, runner-up today, but you finished the season on a massive high with that 9.
Yeah, can't believe it, over the moon. 2006 I set the UK record, 10.24, 138, and everyone was like, no one will get near that, and everyone just, Guy caught me up and Becky caught me up and everyone went past me, and I thought, just got to get a 9, just need to get a 9 and come true.
Calvin Skerritt, you are the winner of today's JapShow. Well done.
Yeah, was a long hard day. Well, got the knitting.
Was it a long hard day? Because it looked like it was pretty much as you'd hope it to go.
Nah, I had a bit of trouble with the car. The car kept breaking up, but it was all right in the final, so I'm happy.
Well, we got the championship. We didn't get what we wanted today, but we'll go home happy.
You thought you'd give us a bit of drama as well in that first pass of qualifying?
Yeah, it was a bit exciting for obviously everyone else and me. It was not the way I planned it to go. We got very close to the wall, got disqualified, which sort of ruined the day a little bit, but we still had a good laugh.
And then you had to borrow another car for the rest of the day?
Yeah, I had to borrow a car just to get down, just to put a time in because mine didn't count.
Well, look, you secured the points you needed. You got a lovely trophy there. You're the championship winner for 2014. We hope to see you back here for 2015. And of course, we hope to see you as well back here for 2015 for the next round or the next year of the front wheel drive drag series. We'll see you then.